Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Twilight Friday edition of Thoroughbred Action. Jason Blewett joining you from beautiful Gulfstream Park. Really nice Friday afternoon. 9 races on tap today, including our first 2-year-old allowance race for the Colts. That'll be coming up in race number 6. The wait, however, for track announcer Pete Aiello is a lot less than that. In fact, he's up right now.
9 races on the Friday program with a fast main track and a firm turf course. Temperatures in the low 90s here today. Claimers in for $10,000. A field of 7. The off-time favorites included the 7, Richie's Sister, and number 2, Flying Queen. Racing at Gulfstream. Picture perfect beginning. From the far outside, Richie's Sister wins the break with Hardcore Cat moving out the rail. Painted on Jeans away in the top flight. She'll land 3rd. True Heiress is out of there in 4th, followed by Helen Rose. The 2 at the back are Little Miss May and Flying Queen. Past the half-mile point and moving to the far turn. And up front, Richie's Sister leads the way. Alvarez has his hands full with Hardcore Cat, who's just lost 2nd to an improving True Heiress. Back to 4th, Painted on Jeans. Running on from 5th is Flying Queen, then Helen Rose and Little Miss May, separated by 6 lengths with less than 3/8 to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Richie's Sister has the lead. On the outside, and True Heiress is only a neck behind 2nd. 3 wide. Painted on Jeans is 3rd. 4 wide. Flying Queen coming on. Hardcore Cat and Little Miss May are next with 3/16 to go. Richie's Sister set down for the drive. Leads a length and a quarter. True Heiress is there 2nd. Down the outside, and Flying Queen in deep stretch. Richie's Sister holding firm. It's Richie's Sister and Raylu Gutierrez gate to wire. 2nd, True Heiress. 3rd, Flying Queen. 4th, Painted on Jeans. That'll Little Miss May in 57-2. 7, Richie's Sister from her outside gate blasted right to the top and took them all the way to win today's opening race under Raylu Gutierrez for owner and breeder Joel Sainer and trainer David Browdy. 6, True Heiress improves to be 2nd ahead of the 2, Flying Queen, who ran 3rd. To the 2nd race now, start of the early pick 4, 6 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for $12,500. We have a field of 6, heavily favored. Number 4, 40 Fathoms. And they're off. 40 Fathoms was away well. He's reaching out for the early lead. Moving out the rail, Time Will Tell has some speed. Coal Miner's Son from the far outside away in the top flight. U.S. Soldier makes it 4 across the course. Now backs off to race a length and a half off the leaders. Gap of 5 to Little Shackelford, and Dreaming of JC has a tall task ahead of him as he's last of all and far back past the half-mile point. Time Will Tell fast enough to beat the favorite to the lead as they round the far turn, as 40 Fathoms on the rebid from 2nd. U.S. Soldier watching the action unfold with Coal Miner's Son losing a touch of ground from 4th. Gap of another 4 lengths back to a running on Little Shackelford, and the trailer remains Dreaming of JC with 5/16 to go. Time Will Tell has the lead. 40 Fathoms on the outside moves right to him now, and 40 Fathoms at the quarter pole puts a neck in front. Time Will Tell through a 45 3/2 mile trying to battle back 2nd. Running on from the back is Dreaming of JC with 3/16 to go. It's now the favorite 40 Fathoms who strides to a clear lead. Time Will Tell and U.S. Soldier back to 2nd and 3rd. Back to the outside and Little Shackelford. 16th to go. 40 Fathoms, U.S. Soldier lunging late. 40 Fathoms, U.S. Soldier. 40 Fathoms hanging on. U.S. Soldier 2nd, Little Shackelford 3rd. Time Will Tell 4th in 1:11-2. 40 Fathoms had to work hard to get the victory, but at 1-2, you're safe on the money under Amisael Jaramillo for trainer Gilberto Zerpa and the GV21 Entertainment. It was 5, U.S. Soldier 2nd ahead of the 3, Little Shackelford, who closed ground, picking up for 3rd. Time for commercial break. Still to come, the rest of the Friday program, including the Rainbow 6 sequence. Don't go away.
Welcome to my playground. To my playground. To my playground. You wanna play nice, here we go. To my playground.
Back now for race number 3 on the program. 5 furlongs over the turf. Maidens of the special weight variety. A field of 7. The favorite was the 7, Frenchman Street. And they're off. From the outside, Frenchman Street, one of the first to begin from Shiny Copper Penny and Jingle Bells. Moving up toward the inside is Rattlesnake Ridge, but it will be Frenchman Street to cross and clear from his outside gate. Rattlesnake Ridge is toward the rail in a joint second. Shiny Copper Penny moving up. In between horses, Jingle Bells, 2 back to Visions of You, 3 ahead of Judas Tango, and the trailer is Love Chasing Shadows. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. Frenchman Street, with his head cocked sideways, has a challenge from Shiny Copper Penny. These two move 3 lengths better than Rattlesnake Ridge. Visions of You getting started from third and starting to run home for Lionel Reyes with a 1/4 mile left to go. On the inside, it's Frenchman Street who comes off the turn with the lead. To the attack is the Barn Buddy Visions of You from between horses, Shiny Copper Penny with an 1/8 mile left to go. Frenchman Street or Visions of You, which one will it be? Frenchman Street on the inside, Visions of You right there on the outside. Visions of You to the front. Fernando Abreu 1-2. Visions of You wins. Frenchman Street second, Shiny Copper Penny third, then Rattlesnake Ridge and Judas Tango.
Number 7, Frenchman Street, gunned down in the final 1/8 mile by his stablemate, number 5, Visions of You, who finally finds the right field and gets up to win it under jockey Lionel Reyes for owner and trainer Fernando Abreu. It was 7, Frenchman Street second, ahead of the 6, Shiny Copper Penny, who ran third. We move now to the 4th race of the day, 1 mile over the main track, starter allowance option or claiming event, price tag here, $10,000. A field of 8 signed on. The favorites included 2, Kinane, and 8, To Dare.
And they're up. Good start for King Power, good start for 20-4. Chepstow is off balance and now at the back of the group as Kinane marches forward. Sent at the rail is San Filippo. He just wants forward position as they run out of the chute. The speed of the speed is King Power, and look at him fly away under Kevin Carmona. King Power is opened a 5-length lead. San Filippo moves up on the inside to take second from Kinane, who's now third. Chepstow has to go wide down the backstretch run. He's up into 4th from between horses Dreamy Martini. Then 20-4, racing ahead of Chiseled, who's second last and about 10 lengths off the lead. And To Dare, the stretch runner, is at the back of the field through the opening quarter in a strong 23-3. Less than 5/8 to run, and the leader is King Power in front by 2, trying to catch a mid-race breather, it appears, from San Filippo in second. Kinane on the outside is now third. 4 wide, Chepstow is 4th, 3 better than a running on Chiseled. Then 20-4 ahead of To Dare, who gets started. Dreamy Martini is now last with less than 3 furlongs to run. 46 seconds for a strong half-mile speed. King Power on the inside to the outside in San Filippo. Kinane watching the action and waiting to make his move. Jonathan Gonzalez gives him his head now. And here comes Kinane on the outside to wrestle a narrow lead. Toward the inside, it's King Power from between horses. San Filippo Chiseled, trying to run home for a slice. Chepstow is between horses with an 1/8 mile to go. Kinane has the lead, and he's clear by 3. Up into second is Chiseled on the outside To Dare. Then it's San Filippo and Chepstow. Kinane in front. Kinane won it by 2.5 or 3. To Dare second, Chiseled third in 136-3.
Looked like closers would have an advantage in today's 4th race. That proved to be true as number 2, Kinane, stalked the pace setters and rolled down the stretch under Jonathan Gonzalez for IAB Stables and Walter Freilich and trainer Tammy Levy. Second, 8, To Dare. Third, 6, Chiseled. We move now to the 5th race of the day, the start of the late pick 5 on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Now winners of 2, the category claimers in for $10,000. Scratch 2, Andrew the Bull, a field of 8. The favorite was the 3, Wake Me Up at Noon.
And they're off. From the inside, Salute and Serve was away smoothly. Excrebiente moving up the challenge. Splitting horses, Cousin Tino wants to be part of the pace party. Cousin Tino goes at it with Salute and Serve, and they run around the first turn. Coco is Loco, races in third. Up on the outside, Excrebiente taking in hand 4th. Back to 5th, and on heels is Motatan, out wide on the course, and trying to get over is Menahune. Wake Me Up at Noon, the favorite is on hold, while second last, and the early trailer is Sanad. Around the first turn they go, and shaking free up top, Cousin Tino to a 1.25 advantage. Coco is Loco second, Excrebiente third. Menahune never saw the inside. He's 4 wide on the outside, now 4th. Down at the rail and Salute and Serve from 5th, ahead of Motatan. Racing better now, about 4 lengths off the lead, 1.5 in front of Wake Me Up at Noon. Sanad is still last, while 3 wide through the opening quarter in 23-3. Inside 1/2 mile from home, Coco is Loco, turning up the pressure on Cousin Tino up front. A length and a half in front of Escribiente, who's rallying into the race pretty well. He's third at the inside and Salute and Serve. Wake Me Up at Noon starts to get going. Here's the favorite, Wake Me Up at Noon. He's splitting horses on the move up into a joint fourth through a 47 2/2 mile. Wake Me Up at Noon, the one to recognize off the top of the turn. Juarez still sitting chilly, and he's making ground with the favorite as Coco is Loco is on the ropes. Coco is Loco tackled by Wake Me Up at Noon, who strides to a clear lead. Back to second is Coco is Loco, then Salute and Serve and Escribiente, but at the eighth pole, Wake Me Up at Noon is kicking clear with authority. It's Wake Me Up at Noon, and Nick Juarez, they'll win it by 5 in the end. Escribiente up for second, then Coco is Loco, Salute and Serve, and Motatan.
It was a well-rested winner, pun intended, as number 3, Wake Me Up at Noon, powers to an easy victory on the drop-in class under jockey Nick Juarez for trainer Norm Cassie and the JSM Equine. Second, 7, Escribiente, if that have number 5, Coco is Loco, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, 2-year-old allowance runners in the late pick 4. Don't go away.
Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's late pick 4. 5.5 furlongs the journey here. These are 2-year-old allowance runners. The bettors like the pension runner, number 1, Fully Loaded.
And they're off. Smooth beginning. Good start inside for Fully Loaded, who heads off for the early lead. Well-defined, moves to him well second. Up on the outside, that's Banco Negro, who sets up shop third. From the far outside, that's Nacho Papa. In between horses, Passionate Hachi. The trailer is Cajun Embers. They make their way now to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's Fully Loaded by a length and a half. Well-defined is second, 2 back to Nacho Papa third. Passionate Hachi running home from fourth, 3 better than Banco Negro. Cajun Embers last, and Fully Loaded first. 5/16 to go. Fully Loaded stretches the lead to 2.5. Second, well-defined. Third, Nacho Papa. From the back, and Cajun Embers trying to get around Passionate Hachi as Fully Loaded appears exactly that as they turn for home. Off the turn on the stretch drive. Fully Loaded set down for the drive and kicking clear with authority now. Fully Loaded in front by 6.5. The battle's on for the Miners. A good battle, too, as Nacho Papa rallies between horses. On the outside, Cajun Embers from the rail, well-defined. Fully Loaded, like a good thing. Close for second. Nacho Papa are well-defined, then Cajun Embers and 104 flat.
Eye-catching performance here this afternoon from number 1, Fully Loaded, who wins with something in the tank, already being compared to 3 Rules, as he also was from the barn of Jose Pinchin. This one is owned by Calypso Stable and Russo Racing. One of the 2-year-olds at the top of the class, Fully Loaded, impresses to start the late pick 4. Edgar Zayas on board for the winning ride. To the 7th race, start of the late pick 3, 5 furlongs on turf. Allowance optional claiming horses in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the 9, Nikki Bella, a field of 8. Off-time favorites included 1, Meant to Be Mine, and 8, Ela.
And they're off. From the outside, Ela begins nicely, moving up Mercurial Miss. At the rail, Meant to Be Mine has speed. Away racing in fourth is Wanda Girl. Back to fifth, Picara. 2.5 clear of La Vie Ross, then Cowtown Jane. And Taylor's in Orbit does her best running later, and she's last of all under Luca Panici as they pass the half-mile point. With the lead, it's Meant to Be Mine. 3 parts of a length over Ela, who races from second. Back to third, Mercurial Miss. Picara picking it up into third now. Then comes Wanda Girl, getting started out wide as Taylor's in Orbit. 2 better than La Vie Ross, and the trailer is Cowtown Jane. Less than 3/8 to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Meant to Be Mine has put Ela away. Stretch challengers include Picara, Taylor's in Orbit, and Cowtown Jane, and they're at the top of the stretch. With the lead, Meant to Be Mine off the turn on top by 2.5. Picara is second on the outside, and Taylor's in Orbit. Cowtown Jane, La Vie Ross on the stand side. Final 1/8 of a mile. Meant to Be Mine still has the lead. It's Meant to Be Mine by 3.5. She has no dangers. Meant to Be Mine wins. La Vie Ross second, Taylor's in Orbit third, then Picara and Cowtown Jane in 57-1.
Number 1, Meant to Be Mine, had inside position going around the far turn. That's just so valuable when sprinting on the turf here at Gulfstream Park. Using her speed and the inside edge, she powers to the victory under Miguel Vasquez for Dennis Smith and trainer Rohan Crichton. 3, Levi Ross closed from far back to get second, ahead of the 5, Taylor's in Orbit, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. Still to come, the late daily double. Fillies and Mares up next on the main track. Don't go away.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 8 on the program. First half of the late daily double, 7 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for $12,500. Scratch number 3, Tormenta d'Oro. A field of 8. The off-time favorites included 1, Helen Virginia, and 9, Nola Fashion.
And they're off. Good start for a square to spare. Pure Bliss has some speed. Nola Fashion on the far outside, and Helen Virginia won't be far away. Dr. Cotton Jen will land 5th. Back to 6th, then Schmiss. Then improving is the gray image of Rachel. She's now second last. Moonlight Salsa, last of the 8 as they head down the backstretch. A square to spare has the lead by a length. Nola Fashion second, Pure Bliss is third. Down at the inside, Helen Virginia's in a pocket covered up by Dr. Cotton Jen. 3 wide, Schmiss joins that party. 2.5 lengths clear of Image of Rachel, and 7 to the trailer. The trailer remains Moonlight Salsa. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. A square to spare has the lead. A square to spare around the turn on top, a length and a quarter. Nola Fashion is there second, to the outside, Schmiss third. Pure Bliss is 4th, racing in 5th, and whip riding is Jeffrey Sanchez on the favorite Helen Virginia. Outside of her comes Image of Rachel, then comes Dr. Cotton Jen with a 1/4 mile left to go. With the lead, it's a square to spare who turns first with a 2-length lead. Nola Fashion is second. Toward the inside, Pure Bliss, to the outside, and Schmiss from between horses. That's Image of Rachel. Final 1/8 of a mile, and overhauling the leader now and taking over the lead, Nola Fashion. Nola Fashion kicks clear by 2. Up on the outside, Schmiss battles for second. Nola Fashion in front. Schmiss second, a square to spare third, then Image of Rachel, Helen Virginia, and Dr. Cotton Jen.
5-1 winner of today's 8th race, number 9, Nola Fashion, has an early tussle and puts away some of the speed rivals, winning easily in the end under Luca Panici for Leo Gabriel Jr. and an ownership group comprised of Spring Run Thoroughbred stables, J and Joan Johnson and Diamond Racing. Schmiss second, 6, a square to spare, ran third. To the 9th and final race now, maiden claimers on turf at 5 furlongs. Price tag here, $12,500. Scratch to 13 and 14, a field of 12. Favorites for 1, La Duquesa, and 12, Drinks on Maggie.
And runners away. Good start on the inside for La Duquesa. Good start outside for Lady of Shady Lane. They're the first 2 to begin. Away in third is Drinks on Maggie. Moving up to take 4th is Can You See Me. Back 5th goes Pangle. Then it's a length and a half to 5 up Rosa, who's 2.5 clear of Beautiful Gladys. On her outside, Jezebel Jones. Then it's a gap of another 2 to Princess Zoe ahead of Lion Diva. Bandita Rags is at the back of the group alongside Vic as they round the far turn. 21 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. La Duquesa has the lead now by a length and a quarter. On the outside, that's Lady of Shady Lane second. 3 wide, Drinks on Maggie third. No place to go for Can You See Me. She needs some place to work. From between horses and 5 up Rosa with 3/16 to go. Now taking over the lead and moving away a bit. The leader now is Lady of Shady Lane, a length and a half. Can You See Me getting into the clear to try to rally home. It's Lady of Shady Lane by a length and a half. Can You See Me, a late surge. Here's Can You See Me at Lady of Shady Lane. Photo finish. Really close, definitely too close to call. Can You See Me and Lady of Shady Lane.
Tight finish in today's 9th race. In fact, too tight. It was a dead heat. As 4, Can You See Me, dead heats with 9, Lady of Shady Lane for the money. First 4, Can You See Me for trainer Michael Arrieta. Jockey Rainier Arrieta notches his first Gulfstream success. This one for owner Michael Walker. Also a winner, 9, Lady of Shady Lane. Jesus Lander on board for Lionel Reyes and El Petiso stable. Third was 7, 5 up Rosa, bombs away in the finale. Rainbow 6 lives to fight another day. We had multiple winning wagers with some formful start to the sequence. And a carryover going into Saturday's card of more than $92,000.
And that'll do it. Another Twilight Friday program in the books. A lot of racing to be had here over the next couple of days. In fact, a 12-race card Saturday here tomorrow, 11 races on Sunday. Maybe the best news of all, at least in my eyes, 3 stakes races lined up throughout the weekend here. We run a couple on Saturday's card, and then we have the Mechie, who was just a monster some 20 years ago. He was such a good turf horse. He'll have his namesake on Sunday, and it's all good here at the old GP by the Sea. Happy handicapping. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.